Well, what have we here? Welcome to the very first Moohead Radio halftime report with the Browns ahead 14-7 over a rather shocked Carolina Panthers team. Like to see all kinds of faces in the chat room. Good to see Kevin Lears. Good to have you back, man. My feelings exactly. And Tony, how you doing? Who would be the next quarterback? I don't know. Pat Seagramson is back for another year of Browns football commentary. This is I'm looking at all the people who are making comments here. Here's what I can tell you. And this is just an eye test. Okay. This ain't no ordinary first time ever rookie on the field. This is not DTR. This is not somebody who looks like they're afraid of the opportunity or afraid of the moment. Not at all. I would say that this is a guy who has done this before and believes that he can do it again. And he's doing it with a group of people whom he's hardly played with and hasn't taken that many snaps with. It was interesting there on the feed I'm getting on the NFL Network, seeing David Njoku just kind of palling it up with Shedeur. I think that here's what I see in him that is different than what I thought, because it's not like I was sitting there mulling over him at Colorado, because the Browns weren't going to be drafting that high and they weren't going to get a quarterback. That's what they said. But what I see is a guy who has more arm than I thought he did. I mean, both of the touchdown passes he threw were ropes. And I'm not talking about bombs. I'm talking about ropes, and both right on the money. He's an accurate thrower. He blew one throw when he was rolling out to his left and had to throw across his body, and he overthrew a wide open running back that would have been a first down earlier in the contest. He threw a ball that was ill-advised that could have been picked off when he threw into coverage. That's the extent of the bad news from a rookie quarterback. I'm absolutely stunned with what I'm seeing. He's got a cool head. He doesn't seem to be worried about the pass rush. He seems to be able to look at who's coming at him and pick up his targets downfield. He throws the ball early and leads his receivers. He's a little faster than I thought he would be. I'm not going to tell you he's going to win any great foot races in the NFL. But my goodness, it's more than solid. He looked to me, under the set of circumstances where it's like, oh, by the way, you didn't get any first team reps and, you're number 4 on the depth chart, to, the guy's injured, Dylan Gabriel's injured, and you're going to have to start the game. He just took the bull by the balls and just went out and went for it. He has looked exceptional, not just solid. Under the circumstances, I mean, if you just took it in general, you might say, yeah, okay, he looks solid. But under this set of circumstances, and that the game is on the NFL Network because of Shedeur Sanders, and in the possibility that he could succeed or the possibility that he could fail. Either way, what I will also say is that we seem to still have the same Kevin Stefanski bad play calling. If these end reverses never work, the other team knows they're coming, and I wish he would fucking stop doing it. And it's these little dinky wide receivers who couldn't break a tackle even if they had to. I mean, it's like they just dive into a sea of humanity. Nothing good can come of it. Why on a 3rd and 1 would he go empty backfield? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. But it's the same Kevin Stefanski, and that worries me. But I can only talk for how the quarterback is running the plays that he's given and how he is executing those plays. And it is good to see Browns football back. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the Browns are going to be that good this year. Hell no. But the other side of the coin is Panthers aren't going to be very good either. And Bryce Young is not the answer to all dreams and questions in life. And Andy Dalton proved last year he's not either. And this is exactly right. Usually happy feet would be a description of a rookie who's like, the countdown is going on in their head because I have to get rid of the ball this quick and somebody's going to hit me if I don't. But his feet are calm in the pocket. He is not hopping around like he's on hot coals. I'm not ready to build him a statue, Tony. What I'm ready to do is to say, I would bet you any amount of money that he's better than Dylan Gabriel. That's all I'm going to say at this point, because Joe Flacco is going to start. And right now, the question is he better than Pickett? And I want to see him a few more times. Hell yeah. And I want to see him under a different set of circumstances so I can scrutinize him under certain kinds of duress and pressure. But honestly, Dylan Gabriel sitting on the sidelines has to be sick to his stomach. And Kenny Pickett, he's just probably wondering where he's going to go next, because from the way this guy looks, I wouldn't be fearful of letting him play. Now, with that all said, this is not first string football. And even the first string that started the game for Carolina, not really an NFL first string team. They're not a very good team. And this is what's going to be said after the game, is that, yes, he has poise. That's a good word. And it's practice. We're talking about practice. Well, this is practice, but I've seen so many fail. The issue is not who they're playing and what the circumstance is. It's the player's head. Does he look like he belongs, or is he pressing? This guy ain't pressing at all. And Kevin Lear says, I'm hopeful, but starting in his rookie year, no. Well, he's not going to start because Joe Flacco is going to start. The only question in my mind is between he and Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I don't see Kenny Pickett being a factor in any of this. It's which one of the young guys is going to prove to rise above the other. And I am not ruling Dylan Gabriel out. I haven't seen him. I'm just shocked by what I'm seeing. The 2 throws in the end zone were threaded, man. We haven't seen, I mean, the only guy that we have that can do that besides what we just saw is Joe Flacco. Kenny Pickett can't throw that pass, and Dylan Gabriel does not have the arm strength to get the ball 15, 17, 20 yards down the field on a rope like that. I'm just saying. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Glad to see your back isn't aggravating you this evening. I'm sitting watching the game, and I have this massage device on my recliner that I'm crippled, man. Yeah, there is a value from playing Joe Flacco here. And it gives whoever the backup quarterback is going to be an opportunity to see the offense run and to be able to think what he might do differently or what Flacco is doing well. These types of things are significant. I wouldn't throw Flacco away. I would throw Pickett away because he's 27 years old. Somebody else can use him, but I want to see Dylan Gabriel play so I can see what we have as far as the two young players. And they are letting the Rook play right now. He's living up to his hype. Give him credit because this was a perfect opportunity to fall flat on his face. Cleveland, national television, NFL Network, and it's like, here it is. We're introducing to the world. It would have been like if Ed Sullivan introduced the Beatles in 1963, 64, and they came out and they couldn't sing for shit. This is where people either live up to it or they don't. And yeah, both of the passes were thrown. The first one really, I thought, I couldn't believe it got through everybody. And the second one, just right where it needed to be. Very impressive. And that's another thing. He's in the pocket. He's out of the pocket. He moves and shifts pretty easily. It's not like when he's in the pocket, he's stuck there and frozen. He's moving his feet. He's just not nervous. So, I think all of this is a really good, a really good thing. And that is the other thing. The catch that was made by Floria, the one-hander, and I hope that his hammy's okay. Great catch. But you saw the way he led him. He let that thing develop and he let him get out in the pattern, and then he lofted it, and it had the right loft. That's a pass that Joe Flacco doesn't make. He would have darted the ball, but touch is an interesting thing. So, yeah, that's the other thing. No sacks. I don't know. The Panthers have had problems with sacks. Last year, they were like 29th in the league. So this is not a good team to be judging that by. So, and yeah, big play by the special teams. Of course, it was a dorky play by the offensive guy who was trying to catch the ball. But, and Tony is saying the one negative is that his pocket presence isn't great. For a guy who has never played in the NFL, I thought he did very well. And I do believe that there was that if he really looked like shite, that would be good for their ratings. And what you're going to see if he continues to play, and I don't know if I heard correctly, if they said that he was going to play about 50 snaps. That's what I heard. Maybe it was 15 snaps. I don't know. But we're going to see him. Is the second half beginning, by the way? Because I want to get out and watch this. I don't want to be missing too much. And yes, the challenge flag should have been thrown. And it was not. Another Kevin Stefanski sitting on his thumb and rotating. Let me see. I think all these comments are flying in. Yes, it is starting. All right. Let me get out of here. There's not going to be a post-game show, but I'm having a great time, and I hope you guys are too. I do appreciate everybody coming here and just checking out this first halftime show. And we'll get into the mode of doing post-game shows because we have afternoon games coming up the following 2 Saturdays, and that'll be plenty of time for halftime and post-game shows. Let's hope the good fortune continues. No injuries, no flipping. I'll see you come Friday, and maybe sooner. Maybe I'll put some content up tomorrow. Take care now and enjoy the second half. Bye-bye.